Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a Jagdtiger 88. It's a Tier 8 German premium tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Serene Coast, and it's under the command of 73north. Now, we know that he's got the chocolate. We don't know his equipment, so unfortunately can't tell you that. But we should be able to get that from him, because 73north is very willing to share any of his equipment so that he can actually, so you can actually copy him and do the same. Okay, the Jagdtiger 88. Only 20 of them were actually made, and they were made because they ran short of the 128mm gun, which is the standard one that they had on the Jagdtiger. There was a sudden demand for a lot of Jagdtigers, probably down to the fact that quite a few of them were destroyed in action, and they needed more, and so they didn't have any of the 128mm guns. They fitted it with the 88, the L43. Is it the L43? No, it's the Pack 43 L71. So the Pack 43 is a very good anti-tank gun, incredibly good. You could go through any of the armor of the Allied tanks. None of them could withstand it. The only difference is, of course, the 88 could do more damage. The 128mm could do more damage than the Pack 43. Okay, he's been spotted. Somebody on the enemy team saw him. It appears that enemy tanks are taking damage already behind that rock, because his teammate is shooting him. Oh, that Lorraine took a big hit. Now, one of the good things about the 88 is it fires much quicker because it's got a faster reload. And so that Lorraine is actually being tracked in spot. Oh, and here comes the T-34 with his 120mm gun. And he's still suffering, and he's a one-shot. He goes down. But we do take a hit from the IS-3. And it's a high roll at that. Okay, here comes the Lorraine. He is hit, but he's, I think he's going to go down. There you go. Yeah, he'd already taken far too much damage, and now it's the IS-3's chance to end up getting penetrated. The standard reload for this particular 88 is actually 4.89 seconds per shot, and you can see here that 73north has got 4.05 seconds. Now that's very fast for an 88, and it looks like he did get the cupola there instead of getting the gun. That IS-3 driver knows what he's doing, but unfortunately he's been outplayed because the Barras got in the other side. We're going in this side. There was no chance that he could survive receiving shells from two different directions at the same time. Now we're 4 up on the enemy. Their Barask, no, it's actually the Scorpion G is pulling back from a sniping position. It's our Barask who's actually headed towards him. And yes, oh, now the Scorpion G just got wiped out by our Barask. I think he was trying to get a good shot. And, oh, watch out, we're going to run into him. That's it. In fact, he pushed him out the way. And he does get it off the front glacis as well. Not the, looked like it went in near the mantlet. Or is it? No, it's not the mantlet. It did actually go in through the front hull. But that went in through the lower plate, and he's out the game. So that's the second kill for 73north. Unfortunately, we do take a round from the Centurion 1. But this game is going so quick. There's only 4 enemies remaining. And it seems like all of them are facing us. In fact, actually, they're not. 2 of them are a little further away. The ISU's off to our right. He's just been killed. There's a Charioteer in front of us, and a Link 6x6 somewhere in that direction as well. We've got the Barras for company. Now, it's basically the same vehicle as the Jagdtiger with the 128mm gun. Although, in the game, in fact, this one is less mobile than the 128mm. And he gets one good round into the Lynx. The Barask is in trouble. So we're doing our best to help. And we are helping. And that Charioteer, oh, the Barask does go. So does the Lynx. That's our third kill. Can we get the fourth kill? No, because the charioteer gets taken down by the T-26E4. That was fast. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game from 73north in the Jagdtiger Act centimeter, or Act I should just say. He managed to get a 5-pro effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, his first mark of excellence out of that game, and he got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, as well as a hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from at least 4 different enemy tanks. His win rate was also 6,714, which is super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game actually went to 73north, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he didn't get the high caliber. 3,858 hit points of damage. Second highest damage, the Kalana. He picked up the Cool-Headed and Steel Wall for 3,231 hit points. And the third highest damage was 2,596, and that went to the T-34-3. You can see that the best that the enemy could do was their Type 59, who only managed 1,297. So, yes, 73north was way over the top of them. In fact, he was using that good 88mm gun to great effect because it was just punching holes in the enemy tanks left, right, and center. 3 kills go to 73north. He could have had a fourth if only he'd actually managed to get around the corner to get that charioteer before the super Pershing took him. But he had to remain with 3. 2 kills went to the Kalana, the Barask, the Chimera, the Su-101. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and only 3 players actually got a kill at all in that game. When it came to base XP, yep, he got that one as well. In fact, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,403 went to 73north. 1,199 went to the Kalana, and they were the only 2 players who went over 1,000 base, with the next one being the Barask, who managed 953. He fired 21 rounds in that game. That 88 does fire very quickly. It's basically just under 5 seconds. But with cruise kills, you can actually drop it all the way down to 4 seconds. And for something that's around the 90mm mark, it's very, very damaging. So yes, you can sit there and blast away at the enemy. It's much better at long range engagements than it is at close range. 19 shots hit the target and 17 of those penetrated. He got 3,858 hit points, all of it at close range. He received 7 hits from the enemy, only 4 of which actually penetrated, 3 non-penetrations, 900 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, and he got 583 hit points of damage assist in the game. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a loss, 23,122 credits, mostly down to the fact that he was using premium ammo. That does bring a certain cost. But there again, actually, with the ammo, it's actually cheap. If you use the standard ordinary AP, it's very cheap. So yes, you can make huge profits. But in this case, he wanted the extra pen, and as a cost, it meant that he actually made a loss on the game. He did pick up 2,198 experience points, including 702 for a mission completion event. So that's a good game in the Jagdtiger 88. Is it worth buying? Well, some people say it is, yes, because it's just so fast at firing. But other people say, well, it's not a scratch on the Tier 9, which is so much more better. It does have the same weak spots as its parent. The sides and the rear of the vehicle are fairly weak in terms of the enemy can get pens. But if you play it right and you hide your lower glacis, because it is a weak spot, you can actually do very, very nicely indeed. You saw the rapid rate at which 73north was ploughing through those enemy tanks. And those were some of the, well, one of them was the heavy. The other one, of course, was the other one was the Rain 40 ton, who's thoroughly perforated. And yes, it just goes to show how quickly you can rack up the damage. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.